Welcome to the lecture on electromagnetic field theory. In that, we will solve some problems on transmission line. The main contents are determination of primary and distributed constants. So RL, CG are called the primary constant, and the R per meter, L per meter, per meter, G per meter are called distributed constants, and propagation constant and the impedances are called the secondary constant. And we will study the standing wave ratio and reflection coefficients. So standing waves occurs due to reflection, and we will study how much reflection the wave is giving. So consider the problem: a lossless coaxial transmission line having distributed parameters L is equal to 245 nanohenry per meter, C is equal to 200 picofarad per meter. The line is terminated with a resistor RL is equal to 100 ohm as shown in the figure. The operating frequency is F is equal to 1 GHz. So you have to determine characteristic impedance, input impedance, voltage standing wave ratio. If transmission line is shortened, you have to determine the length of line that would result in the same input impedance. You know that for a lossless line, characteristic impedance Z0 is given by under root of L by C. Substitute the value of L is equal to 245 nH per meter and C is equal to 200 picofarad per meter. And if you simplify, you get 35 ohm for lossless line. And also for lossless line, beta, the phase constant is given by angular frequency omega under root of inductance into capacitance is equal to, if you substitute the value of again under root of L is 245 nanohenry per meter and C is 200 picofarad per meter, take the under root, and omega is equal to 2 pi f, where f is 1 gigahertz is 10 raised to 9, so we get 2 pi into 10 raised to 9. If you simplify this, we'll get 44 radian per meter. Next, phase velocity Vp is given by angular frequency omega divided by phase constant beta. Already we know what is omega is 2 pi f, 2 pi into 10 raised to 9. Beta we have calculated 44 radian per meter. We substitute and simplify, we will get phase velocity is equal to 1.429 into 10 raised to 8 per meter per second. So next here ZL is 100 ohm, Z0 is 35 ohm, and L is given as 170 mm. Therefore Zin, Zin is equal to Z0 into ZL plus J Z0 tan beta L whole divided by Z0 plus J ZL tan beta L. If substitute the value of ZL 300 and Z0 is equal to 35 and beta you have calculated already beta and L is equal to 170 millimeter in the numerator and denominator. Then if you simplify, we will get Zin is equal to 139 minus J into 11.9 ohm. So here next one is the reflection coefficient. Gamma is given by magnitude of gamma is equal to magnitude of ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. So already ZL is given is 100 and Z0 is equal to 35 divided by ZL plus Z0 is 100 plus 35. We get 65 divided by 135 is equal to 0.4815. And voltage standing wave ratio is given by 1 plus magnitude of the reflection coefficient, which is load reflection coefficient, whole divided by 1 minus the magnitude of load reflection coefficient is given by 1 plus tau, that is gamma L is 0.4815, that 1 plus 0.4815 divided by 1 minus 0.4815, which simply will get 2.857. So this is equivalent to S is equal to ZL by Z naught. You can substitute ZL is equal to 100 and Z naught is equal to 35. You get same value. S is equal to 2.857. Since ZL is real, therefore RL is greater than Z naught or R naught. So Z in repeats after every half wavelength, but wavelength lambda is given by velocity of light divided by frequency. Such the value of C is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second and F is 1 gigahertz. Then if we simplify, we get 142.9 nanometer. Therefore, lambda by 2 is equal to 71.4 nanometer. Therefore, the L1 is given by L minus lambda by 2. Such the value of L and lambda by 2, we get 98.6 nanometer, and L2 is given by L minus lambda is equal to 27.1 nanometer. So next problem is given that the attenuation constant of a 50 ohm distortionless line is 0.01 dB per meter and its capacitance is 0.1 nanofarad per meter. And to calculate the value of RCL per meter and the phase velocity Vp, see it is ratio of the magnitude of the propagating voltage views at 1 kilometer and 5 kilometer with respect to z is equal to 0. You know that for distortionless line, R by L is equal to G by C, and here Z naught is a pure, that is real number, Z naught is equal to R naught, it is given by under root of L by C, and gamma is given by alpha plus J beta is equal to under root of C by L into bracket R plus J omega L, equation number 3. So using equation number 2, we can calculate square this 2, then we get L is equal to C Z naught square or C into R naught square, but Z naught square is given as 50 ohm and C is 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 1. You set the value of C and Z naught, you will get 50 square into 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 9. This is equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7 Henry per meter. From equation number 3, you know that alpha is equal to the real term R into under root of C by L. Therefore, from this R becomes alpha into under root of L by C. So to convert alpha in dB in ampere per meter, you have to divide dB by 8.686. Therefore, R is equal to 0.01 dB divided by 8.686 into under root of L is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7 divided by C is 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 9. Then if you simplify this, we'll get R is equal to 0.0576 ohm per meter. Next, from the R by, that is R by L is equal to G by C equation, we'll get G is equal to C into R by L. So C, this is L is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 3, C is 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 9, and R is equal to 0.0576. If you simplify this, you will get 23.02 micromole per meter. And from the phase velocity Vp is equal to 1 by under root of Lc. Is equal to 1 divided by under root of L is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7 and C is 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 9. You take under root of this. It simplify, you get 2 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Or this is the same as 0.667 into C. Where C is velocity of light. That is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Therefore, then take the ratio of Vz by Vz at 0. You know that Vz is equal to V naught plus forward voltage e raised to minus alpha z divided by V naught plus e raised to minus alpha z. If you put z is equal to 0, we get e raised to minus 0 is 1 here. And V naught plus cancel out, we get e raised to minus alpha z. But alpha is given in dV, therefore you have to convert in ampere. Therefore 0.01 divided by 8.686 is equal to 1.151 into 10 raised to minus 3 in ampere per meter. Then if you substitute the value of it is alpha here, you get minus 1.151 into 10 raised to minus 3 and multiply, convert this in, remove that per meter, you have to multiply with 1 kilometer. Therefore, if you simplify, you get 32%. Next, at 500 meter, this will get e raised to minus 1.15 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 5000. If you multiply, if you simplify this, you will get 0.32%. Next problem is determine characteristic impedance so that transmission line have a minimum, that is standing wave ratio for ZL is equal to 40 plus J30 ohm. And second bit, you have to find minimum standing wave ratio and corresponding reflection coefficient. And C bit is find the location of the voltage minimum nearest to the load. So here given from ZL is equal to 40 plus J30 ohm, RL is equal to 40 ohm and XL is equal to 30 ohm. Therefore ZL is equal to 40 plus J30. We know that S is equal to 1 plus magnitude of gamma divided 1 minus magnitude of gamma. This is a reflection coefficient. Then if we add plus 1 on both sides, if you simply will get minus 1 plus 2 whole divided by 1 minus magnitude of gamma. So the minimum S is equal to, you have to minimize the, that is gamma. Therefore this you have to minimize the reflection coefficient term, you have to square up the reflection coefficient term. Therefore the reflection coefficient square is given by ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0 magnitude of whole square. Then you substitute value of ZL minus Z0 and ZL plus Z0. We get here RL plus JXL minus Z0 whole divided by RL plus JXL plus Z0 whole square. If you change the real and imaginary term and you have to square this, we will get RL square plus XL square minus 2RL Z0 plus Z0 square whole divided by RL square plus XL square plus 2RL Z0 plus Z0. We have to take only magnitude. So we should not have the J term here, image term. Now minimize the reflection coefficient square with respect to Z0, but to differentiate Z, that is gamma square with respect to Z0. Then this is of the form U by V form. Then we have to find out U dash V minus V U dash whole divided by V square. Then we get U dash is 2 Z0 minus 2 RL. So this V is same as RL square plus XL square plus 2RL plus Z square minus U as it is V dash 2 Z0 plus 2RL whole divided by V square. That is RL plus XL whole square plus 2RL Z0 plus Z0 whole square magnitude whole square. If you simplify, this term becomes 0 here, equal to the 0. So finally we will get Z0 is equal to under root of RL square plus XL square. Substitute the value of RL is 30 whole square and XL is 40 whole square. We get 50 ohm. Z0 is equal to 50 ohm. It is a real term. Therefore, B bit again reflection coefficient is given by ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. We substitute the value of ZL and Z0 here. We get J into 1 by 3. This J gives the angle 90 degree. for the that is reflection coefficient for load, and S is given by 1 plus reflection coefficient divided by 1 minus reflection coefficient. If substitute, the magnitude is 1 by 3. So 1 plus 1 by 3 whole divided by 1 minus 1 by 3. Simplify, get 2 here. So at voltage minimum, that is theta gamma is equal to 2 beta z dash is equal to 2n minus 1 pi, where n is an integer. At the nearest minimum, n is equal to 0. So this if substitute n is equal to 0, you get minus pi. But here theta, that is theta gamma minus 2 beta z bar. So here theta gamma is given by j is 90 degree minus beta is lambda 2 pi by lambda. 2 into 2 pi is 4 pi divided by lambda. Z dash is equal to, this becomes minus pi. If you simplify this, you will get, solving for z dash gives z dash is equal to 3 lambda by 8. Next problem, 300 ohm lossless transmission line is connected to a complex load composed of a resistor in series with an inductor as shown in figure. At 5 MHz, determine the reflection coefficient of the load, standing wave ratio, the location of V minimum nearest to the load, the location of I maximum nearest to the load. So this is circuit is given, Z0 is equal to 300 ohm, R is equal to 600 ohm, and L is equal to 0.02 millihenry. Therefore, we can write ZL is equal to R plus J omega L. So RL is equal to 600 plus J into omega is equal to 2 pi. F is given 5 megahertz. Therefore, find 10 raised to 6 into L is given by 0.02 into 10 raised to minus 6. We get 2 into 10 raised to minus 5. This is equal to 600 plus J into 628 ohm. Therefore, the reflection coefficient is given by ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. ZL is 600 plus J 628 and Z0 is, this is 300, whole divided by 600 plus J 628 plus 300. Simplify, we get 300 plus J 628 whole divided by 300 plus J 620. You have to convert this into a polar form and denominator also in polar form. Then if divide, we get 0.63 e raised to j 29.6. The angle is 29.6 degree. Therefore, S is given by 1 plus magnitude of reflection coefficient whole divided by 1 minus magnitude of reflection coefficient. This is given by 1 plus 0.63 divided by 1 minus 0.63. This is equal to 1.67. L maximum is given by theta reflection coefficient lambda divided by 4 pi for theta, that is reflection coefficient, is greater than 0. Therefore, L maximum is equal to, this is 29.6. Here theta angle is 29.6. This angle is 29.6. You have to convert this into a radian. Therefore, you have to multiply pi by 180 degree. And this lambda is, that is lambda is equal to C by F. Is equal to 60 meter here and 4 pi as it is. So if we simplify this, we will get L maximum is equal to 2.46 meter. That is location of V minimum, and the location of I maximum corresponds to V minimum and vice versa. Therefore, L minimum is equal to L maximum plus lambda by 4. This is equal to 2.46 plus 15 is equal to 17.46 meter. Next problem is a 50 ohm lossless transmission line is connected to a load composed of a 75 ohm resistor in series with an unknown capacitance C as shown in figure. If at 10 MHz VSW is 3, determine C value. This is given a series resonant circuit. RL is equal to 75 ohm, C is equal to how much you have to calculate? Z0 is equal to 50 ohm. We know that reflection coefficient is equal to x minus 1 divided by x plus 2. So you'll get here 1 by 2 here, because he has given VSW less equal to 3, you get 3 minus 1 is 2, 3 plus 1 is 4, therefore 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. And reflection coefficient is also known that this is equal to ZL minus Z0, ZL plus Z0. So ZL is given as 75 and Z0 is XC 1 by j omega c minus 50, 75 plus 1 by j omega c plus 50. But tau is equal to here, that is reflection coefficient is equal to 1 by 2. Then if you cross multiply and square this, we get 1 plus 25 omega c whole square, 1 plus 125 omega c whole square is 1 by 4. But omega is equal to 2 pi into 10 to 10 raised to 6 radian per second. If you substitute this value of omega and find the value of c, you will get c is equal to 0.24 nanofarad.